Greetings and welcome to the Tiger's Den. This is the voice of Cheryl, and I am Toothless Tiger. I think about how we pay our respects to CJ, justice for CJ. Some people wonder, what does that mean? Who are we talking about? Some people know. I want to share a story with you guys from the Brunswick's News, and then I'm going to share a new song that I debuted. I actually just did a remix to the song that I did for Miss Ann Proctor, CJ's mom. I talk to her from time to time, and she's doing well. Well, I can say at least as well as can be expected. For her, CJ will forever be 22 years young. I'm going to read this story. The headline says Warrant: Woman charged with murder lured victim to his death. Larry Hobbs did the story April 9th, 2018. The mugshot was taken 4/7/18. The beautiful picture that you see is the picture of CJ and his three sons. Corey CJ Joseph Proctor was set up for murder last month, allegedly coerced into meeting a 32-year-old woman at the remote northern end of Golden Isles Parkway, where he was shot dead, according to a criminal arrest warrant filed Friday in Glenn County Magistrate Court. Tiffany R. Brown of Glenn County was arrested Thursday, charged with murder and contempt of court in connection with the shooting death of Proctor, a 22-year-old father of three from Brantley County. Hunters discovered Proctor's body around 11 a.m. March 17th inside his 1997 green Dodge Stratus, which was parked in the road on Golden Isles Parkway at its rural northern terminus. Brown was arrested late Thursday afternoon, and Glenn County Police have released no further information about her alleged involvement in the murder, citing the ongoing investigation. However, the criminal arrest warrant obtained Monday by the News alleges that Brown intentionally lured Proctor to the isolated location for the purpose of killing him. The warrant alleges that Brown did prior to or at 7:11 a.m. on March 17, 2018, in the county aforesaid at the dead end of Golden Isles Parkway to commit the offense of murder against Proctor. Tiffany Brown contacted and lured Corey Proctor to the above location where he was shot and killed, the warrant states. The warrant is dated 2 p.m. Friday. The warrant does not allege specifically that Brown is accused of shooting Proctor, only that she allegedly lured him to his death. Proctor worked for 2 years at Toucan's Ale House on Perry Lane Road off Golden Isles Parkway near Interstate 95. The 6'3" young man had earned a reputation as a hard worker whose easygoing nature made him a favorite with customers. Proctor last worked there on the night of March 16th, getting off work at 11 p.m. and midnight, a Toucan's manager said. Friends, relatives, and co-workers recall Proctor's devotion to his three sons, ages 6, 4, and 3, in his off hours. He was living with his mother, Ann Proctor, in Brantley County, along with his oldest son. Ann Proctor said Friday that she learned from his friends that her son, Ann Brown, knew each other from working together at previous places of employment. Jail records indicate Brown lived on Juliet Circle, not far from where Proctor's body was found. Police found Proctor slumped over in the driver's seat with at least one gunshot to the head. The driver's side door was open, the report said. Police found numerous bullet shell casings outside the car, as well as clothing. County police asked anyone with information in the case to call the Criminal Investigation Division, and they gave a phone number, 912-554-7802, or Silent Witness Hotline at 912-264-1333. That's the story of CJ. So when we say in remembrance of CJ, this is the young man that we're remembering. There are other articles that goes on to tell the story. I've done a report or two on it, and I was privileged to sit in an interview with Miss Ann Proctor on Uncle Shook's panel, and she shared a lot of information with us. So CJ, Corey Joseph Proctor, was a father, a son, a brother, an uncle, a cousin, friend, co-worker. And sometimes when we remember people, we just kind of repeat a saying. It hit a little different when you put the face and the storyline with it. You don't know them, but you feel that the person is humanized. And like I said, he will forever be 22 in his mother's eyes. His sons will grow. Hopefully will have beautiful lives. And hopefully they will know him by his pictures, and it will help them remember him. But I felt compelled of looking at how people are today on the internet, especially how our children are really doing so much harm to one another. And it's a lot has to do with firearms. And, people are in an uproar when Asiatics are shot down in the streets by European officers. They get a little upset when they're shot down by Asiatic officers, but not as much. But we need to be upset about anyone who lose their life to firearm violence. I understand the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Second Amendment. And we do have the right to bear arms and to protect ourselves. But I guarantee you, if an arm wasn't used in the situation, then I wouldn't be telling this story. Neither would the mother be grieving her son. Doesn't mean the end result couldn't have been the same, but it could have happened a different way. We would just like to see justice for CJ, and unfortunately, because of the law of privileges, especially the marital privileges, then a husband and a wife cannot be compelled to testify against one another. And unfortunately, that's all Miss Ann Proctor is left with because a lot of the evidence came up missing. So we're just going to just pray that things get better in this country and that we as a people on this metaverse start realizing how we're really hurting each other. And it's like people on this metaverse are not going to be satisfied until someone is actually hurt. And I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope there are enough decent people to say, hey, we're going to stop supporting this craziness. And you don't have to listen to me, but listen to someone or listen to something. There is so much on YouTube, so much excellent content. For some reason, our sector has gone down to just talking about each other in the worst possible way and then doxing the families that are not on YouTube. They go to your Facebook page and take all your pictures and put them out. I would like to see us stop that. I don't know that we will. I would like for YouTube policies not to be so ambiguous until these people can maneuver their way through their systems that they have in place. In my opinion, we don't have enough checks and balances. And that's just one woman's opinion. I don't believe in vigilanteism. I don't. I believe in knowing the difference between right and wrong, and right should prevail. Doesn't always, but it should. Having said all that, I'm not going to take too much more of your time. I just kind of wanted to put a face to CJ. Since we're all hollering justice for CJ, those of us that are hollering justice for CJ. Unfortunately, the individual that is alleged to have ended the life of CJ is none other than the brother of the number one draft pick, Kwame Brown. That has to be a heavy burden for that young man to carry. But I am not the judge or the jury. And however he deals with it, he deals with it. I have no judgment. But it would be good, and I know that's asking a lot, if at some time in his life he can realize the hurt and the pain that he's caused and take responsibility for his actions. And I say that because of the information that I've already shared with you guys, that his wife gave the confession. And as you can hear from this article, she also let them know that she lured him there. It's more to the story. And like I said, you can check out Uncle Suge. I'm sure he may still have the video up. A lot of my videos, I have them on members only because these people in this sector are very treacherous, and they go through your videos and try to find ways to flag you so that they can strike your page. For some reason, we don't want to see each other grow. And that's unfortunate. Divide and conquer has been the way ever since I've known about humanity. But it's time for us to lay aside all of these weights, take responsibility for whatever we've done in whatever situation, and start anew. Life is too short. We're losing our children every day. to street violence. Children are coming up missing. We've got to do better as adults. We are now beginning to be the baby boomers. And they say that we're the most people in the world right now. So, we're going to really need you guys' help. Not for us to turn on one another. We're going to need your help because in 10 to 20 years, maybe 15, you're going to be where I am, 64 years old. So when you say justice for CJ, remember that beautiful smile and those 3 sons. And I added at the bottom on the ticker tape, if anyone wants to give Miss Proctor anything, feel free to do so. I put her cash app there. She doesn't know I'm doing this, so she has no clue that I put it there. That's just who I am. I ask for nothing. I need nothing. I want nothing from this story. I try to live my life how I was taught to live it. And for as much that lie within me, I try to do my best to keep the peace. I came to YouTube to help uplift fallen humanity. I didn't come to tear down. And so the stance that I take on justice for CJ may seem like it's the stance I'm taking against the Browns. And it is because I stand for right, not because of any other reason. I'm not a witch. I'm not on a hunt. I'm not a bounty hunter. I'm called a many of things that I'm not. I am who I say I am. Having said that, I want to play the new version of the song that I made in remembrance of CJ. The song is a beautiful song. It's called The Beginning of My End. And it's about a man. He and his girlfriend had an argument and she left the home upset. Unfortunately, when she left the home upset, she got into an accident and she did not survive the accident. So he's singing that song about that incident. And so I took the words and just made it to fit Miss Proctor. I hope you guys enjoy it. I did. I enjoyed making it. And here we go. Justice for CJ, a son, brother, father, uncle. Up drove the hearse Cadillac. A crowd of people gathered around, all dressed in black. And as they removed his body from the car, such pain she never knew had filled her heart. It happened on an early Saturday morning when the noise from the phone really disturbed her. She wasn't too sure at first just what the caller meant when they informed her that there had been an incident. Why, oh why, the sound of a mother's cry as she gathered herself and wiped the tears from her eyes. Somebody asked who was the next of kin. But oh Lord, it was the beginning of her And March 17th, 2018, CJ will forever be 22 years young. Justice for CJ. I hope you all enjoyed that song as much as I enjoyed singing it. I'm going to get ready to come to a close right now. But if you would, just say a prayer for Miss Proctor, CJ's boys and his siblings, and the Brown family. This is really a tragedy, but it is their reality. And on that note, I'm getting ready to leave the Tiger's Den. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.